Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit. Crosses over, back onto the far side. Rips a shot, she scores!
What if you didn't choose to become an Adrian College Bulldog? Surely you would have carried on with your education and could potentially be graduating elsewhere. But what would you have the honor of greeting Bruiser on campus? Would you have had the privilege of working alongside faculty that know your name? Would you have had the opportunity to learn and grow in an environment that is seeking the truth and dignity in all people? Would you have had a creative learning environment that is supportive of challenging you and achieving excellence in your academics, but also your personal and professional lives? This has been Adrian College's promise to us. Just as our families have promised to love us unconditionally and support us through the many peaks and valleys of our lives, Adrian offered a similar promise to us when they realized our potential by asking us to join them. While we have been busy navigating the many what-ifs of our time, none of which we could have imagined, we have indeed found the cane that holds our ribbons of excellence at Adrian to stand strong. Strength and tradition. A tradition that carries on from graduating class to graduating class. A symbolic reminder of the leadership carrying the motto, no victory without work. The Adrian College class of 2021 can proudly proclaim that we have earned our ribbon of excellence for persevering through a pandemic because of our hard work. We have had to learn how to best navigate the many what-ifs in uncharted times. While some of the what-ifs have been answered, it is now up to each of us to embrace and navigate on our own. What if I take that job? What if I decide to continue on for postgraduate endeavors? What if I decide this? What if I decide that? No matter what, you'll be able to face your tomorrow knowing that you are a member of a pack, the Adrian College Bulldogs class of 2021.
Part of the family here at Adrian College are the friends we've made. These friends have gone to games with you, shared late night tales with you, explored downtown with you, and joked around with you at Ritchie. They were in the library with you at midnight studying for the 8 a.m. exam you forgot to study for. And they're there when you cried because you failed that exam. These friends are your new family members now. You will stay in touch with them forever, even if it's just liking their Facebook post about the new puppy they just got. Parents, family, and friends, we cannot thank you enough for everything you have done for us. Thank you for the support and the opportunity for this moment to graduate from Adrian College. You have helped us reach our dreams and goals in life. Congratulations, class of 2021. We finally made it.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit. Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
You're going to college. All the hard work's paid off. It's going to be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. New friends, new athletic teams, new musical groups, new student government to get involved in, 85 organizations. It's going to be amazing. And I think one of the first things that you'll realize when you get here, at least I hope this is the case, is that although academics are the most important thing, no doubt about it, got to take care of the academics, time management, not a kid anymore, right? Young adult. The college is a whole lot more than that in a place like this. It is an experience. College is an experience that will last you for the rest of your life. The relationships that you make here, the memories, the late night stuff, the whole 9 yards is just going to be great.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life. A time of great significance, of growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as very special years. Never experienced before you arrive today and never replicated after you leave.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who is named Hungry Howie's Player of the Game.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Adrian College here in the Marilot Sports and Fitness Center here for our highlight of Adrian College women's basketball here. I'm your host, Kyle Plusha. I'm joined along here, Forrest Vernon and Calvin Keys here directing. We're very excited to bring you this matchup here today of Adrian College versus the Earlham Quakers. So before we get started here, I'll announce the starting lineups here for Adrian College. For your Adrian College Bulldogs, we have Jordan Phillips, Julia Tierman, Kiara Wernette, Kylie Skidmore, and Courtney Crawford as your starting five for the Adrian College Bulldogs. And then for the Earlham Quakers, we've got number 0, Willow Runyon, We have number 11, Jay Bright, number 12, Amari Bradford, number 13, Neely Trenshaw, and number 23, Bailey Gibson. And now, just before we get started here, we'll give a nice little recap here of how things have been going for both teams so far. So we'll start with the visitors, Earlham Quakers. They are 0-3 to start the season. They're on a 3-game slide, with 2 losses being at home and 1 loss being away. As we get a quick transition here to start the game, that would be number 12, Bradford, starting us off very quick here, as they take a very fast 2-0 lead here against the Adrian College Bulldogs. As Jordan Phillips up top with the ball. She'll drive and find Warner. Nice little outlet pass here, Skidmore. She'll drive, tough basket. Foul called on the floor, so the shot will not count. But as I was saying earlier, Earlham off to 2 losses at home and 1 loss away. Those scores being 38-56 to Wittenberg, 58-63 to Muskegum, and 63-75 to Spalding. And Adrian, starting off the season, a nice 2-1, dropping the season opener here against Oberlin College, but picking up as Crawford down in the paint, passes it back up. But as I was saying earlier, nice outlet pass to Warnett. Corner 3 does not hit. But as I was saying earlier, dropped the season opener to Oberlin here, but has since then picked up 2 big wins. One being a 92-53 win here at home against Illinois IT, and an away win 67-66 at Manchester University just a couple days ago. So Adrian looking to ride this little nice hot streak they've got going on here, pick up a nice 3-game win streak. As we see a nice defensive possession, 3 on the shot clock, loose ball on the ground, shot is blocked by Crawford. 25-second violation called as the Bulldogs will take the ball back. Something we'll have to note here in this game that we've seen from this Adrian College Bulldogs team in the last couple of games is their play from their younger classmen. As Jordan Phillips puts up a 3, no good, just a little off, right off the front iron. Is the young play coming from the young players off the bench as the shot is up, a little long, rebound Crawford to Jordan Phillips. Some key players coming off the bench for Adrian as Tierman slips and falls, loose ball. Jump ball is called. Possession is in favor of the Quakers, so they will take the ball. Although, yeah, as it was just pointed out from the lovely crowd here in the Marilot, the possession should belong to Adrian here, as the Quakers won the opening tip. But as back to what I was saying earlier, was something to note from this Adrian team is the outstanding young play that we're getting from the freshmen and sophomores of this class, and a couple of the juniors. Some specific names to name out here would be Olivia Green, Morgan Bebb. We even have Michaela Clement. Just this young play as the 3 is good from Warnett. Earlham looking to get something going here. Nice defensive play from Warnett. Ball goes out of bounds. No, it does not. Tierman with the ball. Transition back to Skidmore. Pass down to Warnett, down in the paint. Cannot convert on the mismatch. Nice pass down to the paint. There's a mismatch. Loose ball gathered by Earlham. Earlham looking. Nice little mid-range J coming from Amari Bradford. She leads the team in scoring of the season and tonight as well, as she wants a long-range 2. Cannot get it off the right side of the rim. Here's Skidmore with the ball. Gets trapped up at half court. Steal from number 0, that would be Runyon. Passes it out. Nice down in the paint pass. Pass looked to be tipped. Possession goes to Adrian. As we get a quick substitution here and a quick shoe tie here. We had a quick substitution by Adrian. Clement came in for Skidmore. And the substitution for Earlham, out went Runyon, and in came number 1, Alexis Gibson. As Clement dances with the ball down in the paint, stolen. Driving into the paint. Foul called on the court, shot will not count. Foul on the court was by Tierman. That's her first of the night. Inbounding the ball is number 11, Jay Bright. Inbounds it to number 12, Bradford. Pass back to Bright. Pass down into the paint to Gibson. She posts up. Shot is good. She gets her first shot of the night to drop. As the score is 3-6. Earlham above the Bulldogs. As Tierman will take a nice drive, but cannot finish in the paint. Burnett with the nice defense. Ball will stay with Earlham. A little bit of a slow start here to the first quarter, as Earlham started off very quick with a score right off the opening tip, as there's a nice drive into the paint by number 11. That's Jay Bright. She's back on the board again. Shot is up by Burnett. The 3 is good. 6-8 is your score here. Burnett is 1 for 2 from the three-point line tonight, as Tierman making a nice defensive play. Ball will go to the Bulldogs as we're getting a substitution here. As Jordan Phillips will go out, and in comes Kyle Warner. Out for Earlham was Neely Trenshaw, and in came Willow Runyon. Tierman with the ball looking. Passes it to Warner. Burnett with the drive, gets the shooting foul, and will take a trip to the charity line. First free throw drops for Burnett. And here's Burnett. Second free throw drops, 2 for 2, and we have a tied game here. 8 apiece with 5:10 left to go in the first period of action here for your Bulldogs. As a nice drive into the paint. Does not fall for Gibson. Warner with the ball, passes it out to Tierman. Tierman looking, passes it to her outlet. Clement. Clement gives it to Crawford. Finds Burnett down in the paint. Burnett looking to go somewhere with the ball, but cannot find it. Here's Warner up top for 3. No good. Shot's just a little long. Earlham in transition. Pass down to Bright. Bright gets it to go off the glass and will take a 2-point lead against the Bulldogs. Warnett slowing it down a little bit. Finds a nice pass down into the paint. Back out to Crawford. Crawford driving. Warnett blocked on the shot down in the paint. Crawford subs out for Ikes. And in comes Babb. And out goes Warnett. So here comes that incoming class of freshmen that I was referring to earlier, the playmakers. Babb being the leading scorer in their 92-53 win against Illinois IT, as offensive fouls called on Warner. Ball will go to Earlham. In on the substitution is Bailey Taylor, and out comes Tierman. Rotations being something that this team really enjoys. Something that they struggled with last year was their rotation minutes, being that the starters that the Bulldogs had last year were consistent enough to help keep them in the games, but the thing that they just could never figure out was a strong, solid five as a floor penalty is called. We'll have the player for you in a moment. Looks to be number 11. That's Ikes. But as I was saying earlier, something that the Bulldogs struggled with last year was having a nice bench rotation and a good starting five. But something that they seem to have found very well coming with this freshman class, as Babb on the defense. Outlet pass up top. Ikes in defense. Good finish down in the paint by Alexis Gibson. As a nice drive down into the paint by Bailey Taylor. She's getting on the board quickly. Bulldogs working to keep this a two-point game here, as they're down by 2 to Earlham with 3.5 left here to play in the first period. As Bailey Gibson with the ball. Shot is up for 3. The shot came from Willow Runyon. That's her first shot of the night. Comes in nice 3-point fashion, as they will take a 5-point lead with just a little over 3 minutes left to play. Taylor scanning, gives it to Babb. Babb had the ball poked away on the drive. Possession will stay with the Bulldogs, as we have a substitution for Earlham. Out goes Bradford, and in came number 5. That is Van Schaik. As a loose pass by Ikes, intended for look to be Babb, is turned over. Earlham scanning the court, setting up the offensive play. Nice drive. Shot is blocked by Ikes from behind. Great defensive possession here for the Bulldogs. 15 left on the shot clock. Inbound pass goes to Gibson. Great defense by Bailey Taylor, as Runyon will pass it out. That was Van Schaik on the drive. She will get the shooting foul, so she will find her way to the charity stripe. This is her first trip to the line tonight, shooting 2. First shot, a little off to the right. Finding the notch between the rim and the backboard. Second shot is up and just a little too long, right off the back iron. So 0 for 2 to start for her, as Taylor looking to set up the offensive possession. Gives it to Morgan Babb. Babb to Clement. Clement with a somewhat loose pass to Warner, but possession stays with the Bulldogs. Nice down pass. Good play by the Bulldogs. That's Ike scoring down in the paint, making a 3-point deficit here with 2 left to play in the first period. Bulldogs have done a great job at keeping the transition, as there's a floor penalty called. as the foul is called on Aubrey Ikes. But as I was saying, Bulldogs have done a great job at not letting margins of deficit being these large leads being from the opponents, as a very wide open drive down to the paint. Does not go. Rebound to Van Schaik. She gets her own rebound, second chance point. Gets fouled on the shot, and we'll find our way back to the free throw line again. But as I was saying earlier, the Bulldogs have done a great job this season so far at when finding themselves behind in games, not letting that margin of score get too wide to make the games late be too unobtainable, as her third free throw of the night does not go. Fourth free throw is up and finds the way down. So she is 1 for 4 from the line. Your score being 12-16 with 1:48 left. Inbound pass to Clement. Clement driving. She's got Ikes on the outside. She wants to go all the way with it and gets it. Great bucket by Clement. Here's Gibson with the ball. Drives into the paint. Bounces off the backboard. Rebound went to Babb. Here's Taylor with the ball. Warner trying to set something up. Ikes with a little bit of an arrogant shot. Gets the rebound. Passes it out. Great effort by Warner there. That should get the second chance points. Ties it up here, 16 apiece. 55 left to play in the first period. Loved seeing what we've got so far from these Bulldogs. Their ability to keep fighting as the setback goes a little too long. Rebound Taylor. Taylor splitting the defense. Pass down to Ikes. Great pass to Clement. What a great play. As the Bulldogs will take a 2-point lead with 25 left here to play in the first period. Something about these freshmen solidifying themselves in this lineup, in this rotation. The two main being Morgan Babb and Aubrey Ikes. They both have been playing for about going on 5 minutes now, so half the period here. Something you don't see too often from freshmen, as the corner three is up. Corner three went up from number 11, Jay Bright. Does not find the way down for your final score of the first period, being 18-16. Great, strong first period from both teams. We're going to take a timeout here at the Marilot Sport and Fitness Center here. I am Kyle Plusher. Don't go anywhere here on ACTV. Welcome back here in the Marilot Sport and Fitness Center. I'm your host, Kyle Plusher, here to get ready to start the second period here of Adrian College Bulldog basketball. With your Bulldogs leading 18-16 to start. Great first period by both teams overall. Earlham came out very quick, started off, take a nice 4-0 lead against our Bulldogs here, and then Just a slugfest back and forth as Morgan Babb will put up a 3. Just a little long. Great battle for the ball down on the court. Jump ball is called. Possession will go to Earlham. But as I was saying, great first period there by both teams. Something to note that I said the last time we did this airing was there's something special about these freshmen. And again, they are just furthermore proving my point. Both Morgan Babb and Aubrey Ikes making their presence known on the court, both being true freshmen. As Earlham looking to set it up. Good defense by the Bulldogs with 10 left on the shot clock. Bradford calling a play, wants to drive. And a travel is called. Great defense by number 11, Ikes. I've called her name enough. As it was in the first. Here she is making her presence again in the second. As the inbound is stolen from Bradford. Shot goes up. We have a tied game here. Clement with the ball. Looking to set up the offense. Here's Morgan Babb with the ball. Passes it out to Taylor. Taylor looking to set it up. Passes it out to Skidmore. Skidmore on the drive. Passes it back out to Ikes. Could not gather it. Turned over. Taylor on the defense. Bradford couldn't finish. Great rebound by this Bulldogs defense. Here's Skidmore with the ball. Passes it out to Babb. Babb gathers her dribble. Passes out to Taylor. 3 does not go. Just shy of falling its way down through the net. Oh, as the ball is stolen from Clement. We got a nice fast break transition here. Clement with the pass down to Skidmore. Great defense from behind. That's number 3, Ava Lyon for the Earlham Quakers. As we're getting a substitution here for both teams. For the Bulldogs, out goes Ikes and in comes number 25. That will be Ashlyn Weatherly, another freshman. And for the Earlham Quakes, Van Schaik will substitute out. And what looked to be in, I did not gather who just substituted in, looked to be Trenshaw for Earlham. So here's the Quakers. Trenshaw with the ball, guarded by Clement in the corner. Clement looking to go somewhere with the ball. She wants to pull up with it. Cannot get it. Shot's a little long. Rebound goes to the Bulldogs, gathered by Babb. Good gather by Skidmore on the baseline. Skidmore passes it down into the paint. Pass was deflected by Earlham. Looked to be number 23, Bailey Gibson. But possession will stay with the Bulldogs. Here's another freshman. Here's another freshman getting some more playing time for your Adrian College Bulldogs. Ashton Weatherly as the shot goes down. Here's Earlham with the ball. Earlham looking to get something going here. Pass down to the block. A little under. Nice outlet pass. Here's the shot. No good. In and out of the rim from Trenshaw. Here's Skidmore with the ball. Skidmore will pass it out to Wernette. Wernette wants the 3. She cannot get it. Just off the front of the iron. As the rebound went to number 12, Amari Bradford, but she cannot gather herself on the baseline. Stepped out. Turned the ball over, and the ball goes right back to the Bulldogs with 7:13 left here to play in the second period. Pass back out to Wernette, up to the top. Passes it to Clement. Excuse me, Clement. Travel is called. Ball will go back to the Quakers. As we're getting a quick substitution here, out goes Ava Lyon, and in comes Willow Runyon. So here we are with 7 minutes left to play in the second period. Bulldogs up 20-18 on the Earlham Quakers, as Earlham with possession of the ball right now. The drive to the basket by Neely Trenshaw is good. Great defense by the Bulldogs. As Amari Bradford playing a little press already here in the second period. Earlham looking to want to keep the tempo and intensity up on the Bulldogs to keep this a close game. As the pass goes into Taylor. Back to Ornette, the inbounder. Here we go, Bulldogs setting up a play. We got Ashlyn Weatherly looking to post up down in the paint. Looking to go for a mismatch. Cannot get it, though. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Ornette passes it to Clement. Clement with the nice pace, but cannot get the shot to fall. Ball goes out. Said last to go off the Bulldogs. So the ball will go to Earlham. I don't know, I can't really see that well from all the way up here, but I thought that might have stayed white ball. As Earlham sets it up. Nice three-point shot from Runyon. Falls. Earlham takes a 3-point lead on the Bulldogs with just a little under 6 minutes left here to play in the second period of action. Here's Clement driving. Passes it out to Weatherly. Passes it out up top to Warner. Gets the three to fall. Had a little toilet bowl action, as they would say, swirling around the rim. But nonetheless, shot falls, and we have a tied game yet again here. As the shot is blocked down in the paint. That's Weatherly making her presence known. As the pass down the transition pass does not go. We get a jump ball called here. Earlham's coach looked to be like she wanted a timeout but didn't call it. As we're getting a nice 3-point replay here. Great shot. Had me in full suspense there, trying to see if that 3-point shot was going to fall or not. Glad to see that it did. As here's Tierman with the ball. Clement wants a three of her own. Cannot find the rim. As the ball will go back to the Quakers. Excuse me, that 3-point shot was made by Julia Tierman, not Warner. I apologize. So here we are. The Quakers with the ball. Runyon with it. Passes it to Van Schaik. Van Schaik wants to pull up the three. Gets the 2K bounce. We've had back-to-back-to-back 3-point shots here. As Earlham will take another 3-point lead here with 4:45 left to play in the second period. We're not setting a screen for Tierman. Here's Clement. Back out. Oh, nice pass down into the paint to Weatherly. Great find by Tierman. Digging back into that lead. 1-point game. Here's Burnett. Oh. Great hustle by our starting guard here. Wernette just couldn't gather herself holding onto the ball. Great hustle. You love to see it. Something that I mentioned about this team, too, when I did the first broadcast to start against Oberlin, was this team never gave up. Great hustle. As we get a quick stoppage here to reset the play clock. As we'll get a nice replay here of the little outlet pass down to the paint. Great offensive possession by Adrian as Tierman has the ball, passing it back to Clement. Here's Burnett trying to go back to Weatherly. Pass was a little too long, but the idea is there. As the Quakers will take the ball back with 4:16 left to play with a 1-point lead over the Bulldogs. 25-26 as Runyon has the ball, passes it to Van Schaik. That's Gibson with the three. Got it. Three-point shot coming alive for Earlham as Weatherly with the save. Tierman with the save. Bounces it off. Ultimately goes out of bounds on number 13, that's Neely Trenshaw of Earlham. Ball will stay with the Bulldogs as we're getting a quick substitution here. That's Ikes coming in for Weatherly. As we take a nice look at the replay here. Quick transition. Oh, replay cut just a little too short for us. Here's the inbound pass coming from the 5-second violation called on the inbound. That's just one of those scenarios where the guard should just go to the top of the three-point line and you just chuck a little pass up top. You know, take a little 50-50 ball up in the air. As here's Van Schaik with the ball. Passes it out to Gibson. Gibson looking, drives inside, takes a nice Euro step, and a blocking foul is called on Wernette. That is Wernette's first foul of the night, as Gibson will find her way to the line. And the first shot will bounce around, but ultimately not fall through the net, keeping this at a 25-29 score here with 3:31 left to play in the second period. Second shot bounces off the back of the rim, so we'll keep it 25-29 as a nice pass down to Wernette. Little cherry pick, as they like to say. 27-29 here for the Bulldogs. Gibson picks up her, sorry, excuse me, not Gibson. That's Bradford. Bradford picks up her dribble. As Gibson now with the ball, top of the three-point line, will drive on Ikes, passes it out. Good shot fake. Oh, great block by Ikes, but is called for the foul. As we'll get a nice little replay here real quick of the amazing cherry pick to Wernette from Tierman. Great hustle. Something that, again, can be said over and over and over about this team. This team has great hustle. As the first free throw for Kinsey Brooks does not fall. The 5'6" senior from Wolcott, Indiana. Her second free throw shot will not fall. Jordan Phillips. Here's Wernette with the ball. Passes it to number 24. That's Cervantes of Adrian. As Wernette with the drive down. Oh, she cannot finish on the layup. And there's a ground foul called on Wernette. That'll be her second. In comes Warner, and out goes Wernette. With 2:51 left to play in the second period. Your Bulldogs trailing by 2. The fouls split being 4 for Bulldogs, 1 for our guests, Earlham Quakes. As here's Van Schaik with the ball, passes it out. Shot is up by Bright, no good. Nice pass. Great save by Jordan Phillips. Went down in the paint. Shot could not be finished down in the paint. Warner with the ball. We're going to get a jump ball called, and possession will stay with the Earlham Quakes. There was so much going on under there that my brain just couldn't keep up. Great defensive effort. Great defensive effort from Jordan Phillips. As we have Bailey Gibson with the ball, stolen by Tierman. Tierman with the breakaway, gets the bucket, and we got ourselves a tied game here with 2 to play in the second period. Your Bulldogs being tenacious, fighting their way to keeping this game. Here's Warner on defense. Jordan Phillips now on her. Get the switch again. Phillips stay on top. Little teardrop does not fall for Amari Bradford. Foul called on the court. The foul will go on Jay Bright. Tierman had the ball. We'll get a nice little replay here of the steal by Tierman and the great fast break transition finish. setting ourselves up here for a great game. Outstanding competitive first half here played by both teams. Adrian looking to protect their two-game win streak, and Earlham looking to get their first win of the season as Jordan Phillips' three-pointer will go off the front of the rim. Something to note here is Jordan Phillips has not been as consistent with the three-point shot as the mid-range J from number 0, Will Runyon, does not go, but the second chance points as there's a shot will not count on that second chance point. There was a ground foul called. You have to forgive me. I'm trying to listen to the crowd at the same time to hear what's going on as the officials will get together to review it. There's a second chance rebound gathered by who I believe was number 24, Kenzie Brooks. Her shot went up, but they're saying that there was a ground penalty called before the shot, ultimately taking away the 2 points earned by Earlham. As the officials will get together to review it. We'll take a moment here to talk about some just overall team stats for these two teams. You know, Adrian being 2-1, Earlham being 0-3. Earlham averaging 53 points per game, and Adrian averaging 67.3. As we will be getting now an officials timeout, so we will be taking a timeout here on Adrian College TV. Your Bulldogs trailing 29-31 with 1:22 left to play in the second period. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who was named Hungry Howie's Player of the Game.
Welcome back here, folks. Officials looking like they're about ready to wrap up their officials timeout here. Your score being 29-31 with 1:22 left for your Adrian College Bulldogs. So from what I could gather, from what I've heard and from what I've seen, was there was a layup done by Earlham and the bucket did not fall. There's a second chance rebound gathered by Earlham, who I believe was Kenzie Brooks, number 24 for Earlham. She got the shot up, made it, but there's a whistle called, and from what was said on the court was there was a floor penalty called before the shot was up. Although I cannot say that I'm 100% sure of this, but nonetheless, ball will be going to Earlham. The bucket did not count. So, yes. So, the score table said the foul was called on Julia Tierman before the shot fell. So, here we are. We're back in play. As the inbound goes, here's Runyon with the ball, guarded by Jordan Phillips. We'll pass it out. Great defense by Warner. Outlet pass to the corner. Tierman collapsing on the three. Just short. Rebound goes to Jordan Phillips with just a little over a minute left to play in the second period. Bulldogs looking to tie this game or take a 1-point lead. Cervantes with the ball. Just happened to lose a little control over it. Unfortunate turnover, but these things happen. 29-31 left here to play with 50. As here's Runyon with the ball, passes it out. That is Gibson on the drive. She'll get the basket, count it, take her to the line for her three-point opportunity. Foul was called on number 4, Tierman. That is Tierman's third foul of the night. second foul of the night. As the free throw hits the front of the iron, does not fall. We stay 29-33 here with 40 to play. Second period, your Bulldogs looking to keep themselves into this game right before half. Here's Timmerman with the ball up at the top. She's been the facilitator of this offense tonight. Some great defense too. Great transition points, assists, as Warner getting fancy with the ball down in the paint. Got the opening, just could not get it to finish. As here she is again with the ball. As we'll get a travel called. These offensive positions are here for the Bulldogs. It's just a couple of times, there's just a couple of unfortunate plays and we just haven't been able to finish. But all in all, as we get a full timeout called here by Earlham's coach. So we will be taking a timeout here as well. 29-33 is the score with 11 to play here in the second period. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Here we are, 29-33 is your score. Bulldogs looking to get a quick transition, get a quick defensive stop and a quick transition bucket here. Earlham looking to take the last shot of take the last possession of the game here. Van Schaik will take the mid-range J, does not fall. Rebound goes to number 12. That's Darby Leonerth, another freshman, and that will do it here for the first half. Your score being 29-33. Bulldogs down to the Quakers. So we are going to take a halftime break here as well. Let me remind you here, this will be a 15-minute halftime intermission here. So please don't go anywhere here. I'm your host, Kyle Plesha, and we will be back after halftime. Don't go anywhere here on Adrian College Television.
What if you didn't choose to become an Adrian College Bulldog? Surely you would have carried on with your education and could potentially be graduating elsewhere. But what would you have the honor of greeting Bruiser on campus? Would you have had the privilege of working alongside faculty that know your name? Would you have had the opportunity to learn and grow in an environment that is seeking the truth and dignity in all people? Would you have had a creative learning environment that is supportive of challenging you and achieving excellence in your academics, but also your personal and professional lives? This has been Adrian College's promise to us. Just as our families have promised to love us unconditionally and support us through the many peaks and valleys of our lives, Adrian offered a similar promise to us when they realized our potential by asking us to join them. While we have been busy navigating the many what-ifs of our time, none of which we could have imagined, we have indeed found the cane that holds our ribbons of excellence at Adrian to stand strong. Strength and tradition. A tradition that carries on from graduating class to graduating class. A symbolic reminder of the leadership carrying the motto, no victory without work. The Adrian College class of 2021 can proudly proclaim that we have earned our ribbon of excellence for persevering through a pandemic because of our hard work. We have had to learn how to best navigate the many what-ifs in uncharted times. While some of the what-ifs have been answered, it is now up to each of us to embrace and navigate on our own. What if I take that job? What if I decide to continue on for postgraduate endeavors? What if I decide this? What if I decide that? No matter what, you'll be able to face your tomorrow knowing that you are a member of a pack, the Adrian College Bulldogs class of 2021.
Part of the family here at Adrian College are the friends we've made. These friends have gone to games with you, shared late night tales with you, explored downtown with you, and joked around with you at Ritchie. They were in the library with you at midnight studying for the 8 a.m. exam you forgot to study for. and they're there when you cry because you failed that exam. These friends are your new family members now. You will stay in touch with them forever, even if it's just liking their Facebook post about the new puppy they just got. Parents, family, and friends, we cannot thank you enough for everything you have done for us. Thank you for the support and the opportunity for this moment to graduate from Adrian College. You have helped us reach our dreams and goals in life. Congratulations, class of 2021. We finally made it.
Crosses over, back onto the far side. Rips a shot, she scores!
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew, and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist-affiliated institution that has been changing lives since 1859. The modern liberal arts education offered by our faculty is unrivaled. We can't wait to have you on campus and show you around. Visit adrian.edu to schedule a full campus visit today. We'll see you soon.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life. A time of great significance, of growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as very special years. Never experienced before you arrive today and never replicated after you leave.
Welcome back, everybody. We're getting ready to start this second half of action here for the Adrian College basketball team here against our Earlham Quakers. I'm your host, Kyle Plusho, here bringing you your second half action here. Before we get started here with the action, we'll do some quick first half stats. So obviously your score being 33-29 in favor of Earlham. A great field goal percentage and 3-point percentage all around for both teams. Earlham's being exceptionally above what most teams shoot around, being 57%. Adrian's being right around where it should be. It's a good number, 27%. Rebounds, 15-18 split, and assists being a 7-8 split. So all in all, a great competitive first half being between these two teams. Something that we hope to see throughout this whole second half as well. Your two leading scorers for both teams being Earlham's leading scorers, Alexis Gibson with 7, and Adrian's being Kiara Wernette with 10. So, here we are. I would say, in my personal opinion, from what I saw in the first half, in order for the Bulldogs to make a good run and come out of here with a win, they need to keep the intensity up. They need to keep their rotations going well. That's something they had going great for them in the first half. Use the freshmen. Let this team play off of one another and just let them have fun and play the fundamental basketball that they were playing in the first half. And as for Earlham, in order for them to hold on to this win and get out of this game with the first win of the season, they need to obviously keep the lead that they have, but also keep shooting at such a high efficiency and just let the offense play. And so here we are. Skidmore has the ball over in the corner. She wants to drive baseline. Passes out to Crawford. Back up to Clement. The three-pointer's up. No good. Rolls in and out. As we get a jump ball called under the basket, possession will go to the Quakers. That was Burnett and what looked to be Jay Bright down under fighting for the ball. As Skidmore will meet Bright up past half court. Bright will pass it out. Pass out to the corner. Shot was up by Trenshaw. Does not fall. Rebound goes to the Bulldogs. Here's Clement for 3. She wants to try again. She gets it this time. And just like that, here we are. 1-point game. As the ball is stolen, and a quick foul is called on number 11, Jay Bright. She looked to be wanting to avoid that fast break transition, something that Adrian was doing very well at in the first half, as we'll get a nice little replay here of Clement's nice three-point shot. But as something to note from the first half was, as Burnett will drive, will not get the layup. Something to note was Adrian had a good amount of their fast break transition points in the first half, as the three-point up by Runyon is no good. The rebound went to Trenshaw, who drove in. Gets a shooting foul. Bucket does not fall, but she will find her way to the free throw line for 2 shots. As some fans were calling for a on-the-floor foul, as the first free throw falls for Trenshaw. And her second will fall as well, making this a 3-point game in favor of the Quakers with 8:38 left, as a on-the-floor foul is called. That will go against Bradford. That is Bradford's first foul of the night, as we will attempt this Inbound pass again. Skidmore gets it. Gives it back to Clement. Back to Skidmore. Skidmore looking, gives it up to Jordan Phillips. Phillips will pass it out to Clement, who wants another three. Cannot get it. Just a little long. As the rebound went to Neely Trenshaw. As finding a quick outlet pass over to the corner. But ultimately, Bulldogs do a great job at limiting the fast break points. Here's a pass to Gibson. Gibson will give it up to Runyon. Runyon looking with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Will give it up. Back out to Gibson. Gibson drives, takes the mid-range J. Shot is long. Rebound goes to nobody. Floor foul. There's a on-the-floor penalty called. That will go on number 0, Willow Runyon. That is her second of the night. Here's Burnett with the ball. She'll get it over the midline. Passes out to Jordan Phillips. Jordan Phillips wants a three. Bang! She gets it. There's a Jordan Phillips that we saw last year. She shot 40% from the three-point line last year. Had a little bit of a slow start, but nonetheless, here she is as we get a timeout called by the Quakers. And so we will take a quick look at this replay here. As Burnett will give it out. And just very, very unhesitantly, Clement pulls up. Jordan Phillips will pull up for three. As stated earlier, we have a timeout on the floor, so we will take a quick timeout here for ACTV. My name is Kyle Plusha. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got a nice game coming for you here on ACTV.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who is named Hungry Howie's player of the game.
Welcome back, everybody, here. I'm your host, Kyle Plusha, here, joined by my lovely crew, Forrest on the camera, and Calvin Keys directing to my side, as we have a tied game here, 35 apiece, with just a little over 7.5 here to play in the third period. Quakers looking to hold as Skidmore gets a steal. She wants the basket. She fakes it. She cannot finish. Rebound Jordan Phillips. Shot is up, and it's good! Count the basket. Give her the trip to the line. A three-point play opportunity here for Jordan Phillips as we get a nice replay here. Great rebound. Nice drop step down in the paint. Good post up and hook. Count the basket. So Adrian taking a three-point lead as Jordan Phillips' free throw shot is good, as we get a drive into the paint by Neely Trenshaw. We will be getting a shooting foul called. Some fans in the stand calling for a on the floor call here, but Trenshaw's first free throw will fall. Makes this a 2-point game. As Trenshaw's second free throw will fall, making this a 1-point game in favor of the Bulldogs. A great competitive, as a little bit of a long pass to Skidmore from when that goes out of bounds. Turnover for the Bulldogs. But as I was saying earlier, great start to this third period. Something that I mentioned earlier going into halftime was this a very tightly contested and competitive first half as the mid-range J from the mid-range J from Amari Bradford will fall. Skidmore passes it out to Clement. Clement takes a difficult shot. gets the foul called, and will take a trip to the free throw line. Something to note from these teams is the all-around competitiveness that has been coming from both of them. Adrian, wanting to protect their 2-game win streak that they're on right now, and also Earlham wanting to pull together their first win of the season, as the first free throw will drop for Clement. Her second falling as well. Her trip 2 for 2. Clement is 2 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. Excuse me. That was her first trip. As Gibson will get a nice drive down to the paint, but is met by Crawford. Ball is stolen by Jordan Phillips. As Skidmore examines the court, looking to go somewhere with it. Jordan Phillips wants a 3. Bang! She gets it. Adrian College starting to pour it on a little bit here. Jordan Phillips says, Clement wants some threes. I want one too. As here's the drive into the paint. Gets the basket. Really late call. Basket was good by Bailey Gibson. She'll go to the line as we're getting a nice replay here of Jordan Phillips' 3-point shot. Poetry in motion, as they would say. As Bailey Gibson's free throw is no good, keeping this a 2-point game. Rebound went to Clement. Foul, hard foul, will be called on who looks to be down. I believe that is number 12, Amari Bradford. So we will be taking a injury timeout here. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back here on ACTV.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who was named Hungry Howie's Player of the Game.
Welcome back, everybody, here to the Merlot Sports and Training Facility here. We had an injury timeout for a player. It was Amari Bradford. She is up, and she is okay, being looked at by the training staff here. Glad to see that she's okay. Not Jordan. That is Michaela Clement at the free throw line. Her first opportunity is good. But really glad to see that Bradford was able to get up on her own and looks to be okay from what I can see, as Clement's second free throw will fall, making this a 4-point lead for the Bulldogs with 5:45 left to play. As here's Gibson. Nice dribble behind the back. Great drive down in the paint. Good finish. Gibson will get the 2-point. Oh, long pass to Crawford down in the paint. Does not go their way. Unfortunate turnover, but here we are. Quakers get the ball back. Gibson with the ball again. Scanning the floor. We'll just pull up. Does not get it. Shot's a little long. Here's Wernette with the ball. She'll look to drive. Gets the ball stolen. Wants a foul called, but will not get it. Great defense by Skidmore. Trenshaw could not finish down in the paint as a jump ball is called between Clement and Van Schaik. As Gibson will sub out and in will sub Kinsey Brooks, the senior guard. The inbound is done. They avoid the 5-second. Right back to Clement. Clement will go find Crawford down low. Great transition defense. Double dribble is called on Crawford. Back-to-back turnovers to the Bulldogs as Crawford will sub out and in comes Ikes. The freshman having a great game today. Ickers with as there's a foul call, excuse me. As we're getting a two-player substitution for the Bulldogs. Out goes Burnett and Skidmore. In comes Warner and Tierman. Here's Clement on the inbound, wanting to go to Jordan Phillips. Gets the pass in, but a foul is called. That will go on number 13. That's Neely Trenshaw. That will be Trenshaw's third foul of the night. Out goes number 13, Neely Trenshaw for Earlham. In came Willow Runyon. And now we are getting a timeout for Earlham. So we will be taking a timeout here on Adrian College. Score being 45-43 in favor of the Bulldogs with 4:40 left to play in the third period. Don't go anywhere, folks, here on ACTV.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Kyle Plesha here, bringing you the play-by-play here for Bulldog basketball. Jordan Phillips at the line. First free throw goes in and out to the right side of the rim, keeping the score at 45-43 with 4:41 left to play in the third period. Jordan Phillips' second free throw is good, making it a 46-43 point lead for the Bulldogs. Strong third period coming out of the half for the Bulldogs, being down 2 points going in and then taking a 3-point lead off a barrage of three-pointers, some great defense, and only a few turnovers for the Bulldogs as Brooks will pass it out to Bailey Gibson, whose shot was a little long, did not go. Rebound went to the Bulldogs as Tierman will find Warner down in the paint. Warner with a nice little hook shot. She'll get it to go. 48-43 Bulldogs with 4 minutes left to play. It's the tenacity and just the ability for these Bulldogs to not be scared to put up shots that is what has not only A, kept them in this game, but also B, they have the lead. It's as a foul is called on Ikers. That is her. That'll be her second foul of the day. Out goes Van Schaik and Lyon for Earlham. Foul called on the floor. Waiting to see who it's called on. Foul was called on Ickers. Looking to inbound the ball. We'll get it to Gibson. Quakers passing the ball around. Finds Bright down in the paint. She'll be able to finish. Good defense by the Bulldogs, but just couldn't get the stop. Great offense by number 11, Jay Bright, as Jordan Phillips will take the mid-range J off the front rim, but Tierman will get the rebound. She wants a mid-range J, cannot get it. Warner almost got the rebound. Gibson gets it. We'll take it down the court. Picks up her dribble, guarded by Tierman. We'll pass it out. Nice defense, nice heads-up defense by Jordan Phillips. Knocked the ball out as we get a quick substitution here. Jordan Phillips will go out. In comes Bailey Taylor, the sophomore guard from Clare, Michigan. Here's Jay Bright with the ball, guarded by Taylor. The pass to Runyon, pass back to Gibson. Gibson wants to drive on Clement. Will put up a shot, does not go. Rebound Bulldogs, pass down to Ickers. Ickers with the transition, gets the shooting foul. Bucket will not count, but Ickers will take a trip to the free throw line. Only thing to note so far as we get ready to transition into the fourth period here is Adrian's got a couple players that could be in potential foul trouble. Ikers has 4. Tierman having 3, as Ikers' first bucket will not fall. Looking to go 1 for 2 from the line, giving the Bulldogs a 4-point lead, as the second free throw is just a little long off the back iron. Will not fall. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by what looked to be Runyon. Will stay with the Bulldogs. Getting a nice second chance opportunity here. Shot clock is set it to 20. Inbound pass goes to Clement. Shot is blocked by Runyon. There's a little bit of redemption for her after they could not gather the ball under the basket on the last turnover. Inbound again goes back to the Bulldogs. Slightly tipped, but brought in by Taylor. Tierman with the ball up top. Here's Warner with it. Warner guarded by number 0, Runyon. She wants a 3. She cannot get it. Ball will go out of bounds, tipped off of Bailey Gibson, and the ball will again stay with the Bulldogs. This is 3 straight possessions for the Bulldogs. Pass goes into Taylor. Taylor looking. Clement calling for a screen. Here's Ickers with a mid-range J, just a little long. Ball is loose on the ground. You got to fight for it. You get a jump ball called. Possession will stay with the Bulldogs. This is 4 possessions in a row now where Earlham has had an opportunity to take the ball away from the Bulldogs, get back on offense, but a couple turnovers and a jump ball called. And here we are, still with the ball down on the right side of the court. Clement inbounding for the Bulldogs. Inbound goes to Warner. Warner getting her defender off her feet. The hook shot does not go. And Earlham will finally get an offensive possession here, as that is Bradford with the ball. Excuse me, not Bradford. Bright with the ball. Gets a nice drive into the paint and will finish. Gibson playing defense. Ball goes out of bounds off of Runyon's foot. Ball will stay with the Bulldogs. Clement will substitute out, and in comes Jordan Phillips for her. Minute 52 left to play here in the third period. Score being 48-47. Jordan will inbound to Taylor. Taylor will pass it to Tierman, and here we go. Warner passing it to Phillips to set up the offense. Here's a pass to Taylor. Gets a screen and some separation. You can see they were looking to set up the three-pointer there, as Jordan Phillips will take it in, get the lopsided layup down, count the bucket, and give her the opportunity at the free throw line for a three-point play. You can see that they were trying to set up the three-point play at the top here at the beginning of this replay. You can see they were looking for the three-pointer right there. But ultimately, great play to just take it down to the paint where the easy bucket is and take the opportunity. So all in all, realistically, they went for the three-pointer, didn't get it, but still got the 3 points at the end of the possession with the bucket and the foul. Great offense by the Bulldogs. As Earlham's number 13, Neely Trenshaw, driving under the basket, will step baseline, ultimately turning the ball over here back to the Bulldogs. So something to note here was Earlham did a great job in the first half limiting their turnovers, but ultimately in the third period here, turnovers have been the biggest indicator of struggle for this team. Something that they will be looking to fix going into the fourth period here. With a minute 15 left, your Bulldogs leading 51-47 here. As Tierman will take a nice mid-range J, and she'll get it. Great defense by Earlham, but Tierman just finding the way to get the ball into the basket. As Earlham will set it back up top with Gibson. Gibson will pass it out to number 13, Trenshaw. Trenshaw with the acrobatic shot. Does not get the basket to fall, but will get the foul called. And we'll take a trip to the free throw line as we'll get a replay here of Tierman's mid-range J. Poetry in motion, as they would say. We love it. As the first free throw was up and good for Trenshaw. We have a quick substitution coming here for the Bulldogs after the second free throw. That's Skidmore coming in for Tierman. Tierman will get a nice breather as Tierman picks up her fourth foul. So something to note. Two big players for the Bulldogs tonight being in foul trouble. As Earlham keeping up with what was press now being a full court trap. Bulldogs doing a good job of getting themselves out of it. Jordan Phillips will draw the foul. That being on who I believe would be Bailey Gibson. I could be wrong, though. Van Schaik will sub in for the Quakers. First basket for Jordan Phillips' free throw is good. Jordan Phillips now with 14 points tonight. 15, giving the Bulldogs a 6-point lead with 40 seconds left here to play in the third period. Earlham looking to get maybe a possession or two here, give themselves a little bit of momentum and some points here going into the fourth period after the Bulldogs come and take what little lead that they had. As Gibson will drop step, looks for a foul, will not get it. Rebound went to Babb. Here's Morgan Babb, nice out pass to Taylor. Taylor with the mid-range J, gets it. And here we are. Great offensive possession by the freshman to find Taylor. Great shot by Taylor as Trenshaw will drive. 2 seconds left. Taylor will the basket count? Are they going to count it? They're going to talk it over. Great shot by Taylor. As we will get a quick replay. What an acrobatic shot by Taylor. Ultimately, the basket will not count, keeping the score 57-49 in favor of the Bulldogs. That is a wrap on the third period here of Adrian College Bulldog basketball. We will be right back for the beginning of the fourth period here. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody, here in the Marilot for the beginning of the fourth period of action here for your Adrian College Bulldogs. I'm your host, Kyle Plusha, with the score being 57-49 here, off of a great third period performance by the Bulldogs to take this lead off of a what very arguably could have been a counted three-point shot to end the third period by Taylor. Ultimately didn't count, as the three-point shot for the Quakers does not count. Rebound goes to Jordan Phillips and the Bulldogs. Here's Skidmore with the ball. She'll find Taylor. Screen set by Babb. Taylor with a three-point shot. As a charge is called on Morgan Babb. Called is slightly confusing. I would have think more maybe an illegal moving screen, but as we get a quick replay here of the crazy acrobatic three-point shot to end the third period for Bailey Taylor, but ultimately sadly didn't count, as here is Jay Bright dancing on the court. Foul is called. Bailey Taylor is called for the foul. That is her first of the night. Something to note, Tierman and Eichers both in foul trouble with 4. Everybody else is looking pretty good. Wernette with 2, Crawford with 2, Clement with 2, and everybody else with 1 or 0. As here is Van Schaik, passes it out to Runyon. Runyon will pass it to Bright. Bright back to Van Schaik. Schaik back to top of the key. Nice drive by Trenshaw. Cannot get it to go. Rebound went to the Bulldogs. Here's Clement driving. She'll get the backdoor to Taylor. Taylor to Phillips. Oh, the basket will not fall. Possession will go to the Quakers. So the Bulldogs may have not gotten the points on that possession, but that was an all-around well-executed possession. Great ball movement. Just an unfortunate unfinish at the rim there. Something that the Bulldogs need to keep doing. Execution needs to stay on point and keep matching buckets. As Gibson with the drive will fall just a little short. Bounce off the front of the iron. Quakers have been a little cold this second half. As Clement will put up the 3. No good. Rebound Taylor. Second chance shot is up. Rebound Morgan Babb gets it and count it. Count the bucket. Give her the foul. Take your trip to the free throw line. As we'll get a quick replay here of the third chance opportunity here. Great play by Morgan Babb. As we'll get a timeout here by the Quakers after the made bucket by Morgan Babb. We're going to take a quick timeout here on Adrian College TV. Don't go anywhere, folks, for the closing of the fourth period here.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection.
Welcome back here, folks. 8:15 left to play in the fourth period. Your Bulldogs up 59-49 with Morgan Babb at the free throw line. I am your play-by-play commentator, Kyle Plusha, joined by Forrest here on the camera and Calvin Keys directing to my left as Morgan Babb's free throw will fall, giving the Bulldogs an 11-point lead with 8:13 left to play. And here's Runyon with the ball, guarded by Jordan Phillips. She'll pass it out to Van Schaik, who's guarded by Morgan Babb. She'll pass it to Jay Bright, who's guarded by Taylor. Van Schaik wants the deep 2, cannot get it. Good rebound by Skidmore down in the paint. Skidmore examining. She'll find Morgan Babb for 3, cannot get it. You'll love to see it, though. Freshman's taking the opportunity to put up a shot if given the opportunity to. as here's Jay Bright with the ball. She'll pass it out to Eveline. Good defense by Jordan Phillips. Great possession. 10 left on the shot clock. Rebound goes to Skidmore. Shot was no good. We'll give it to Jordan Phillips. She'll pull up for three. Cannot get it off the front of the iron. Bulldogs cooling off just a little bit from the three-point line. As the block by Clement on Bright down in the paint. Rebound goes to Taylor. Taylor with the ball. Skidmore to her right. Here's Jordan Phillips with the ball. Giving her team time to set it up as Jordan Phillips down in the paint. I did not see the call. It looked as though they called a charge. Yes, a charging foul was called on Jordan Phillips. As we'll get a quick replay here by our director. Here on the block by Clement. Great defensive possession. Great play. It's plays like that that are going to set the tempo for the fourth period. If you want to win these tightly contested games, if you want to win it, the score can say whatever it wants, being 60-49. But realistically, this has been a super close competitive game between these two teams, with just Bulldogs getting some momentum as they get the steal, as it's stolen right back by Neely Trenshaw. Furthermore, just proving back to what I was saying, this has been nothing but a tightly contested game. As the basket is up and good by Jay Bright, making this a 9-point game now in favor of the Bulldogs with 6:15 left to go. As Burnett calling the plays out. Here's Tierman with the ball. She gets a screen from Morgan Babb, wants the mid-range. Jay gets it. That's been her shot all night tonight. She now has 9, giving the Bulldogs another 11-point lead, as there is Jay Bright again driving into the paint. Bucket will not count, but she'll take a trip to the free throw line. And for those of you who may or may not be watching the stream that are stressing over the Michigan game against Illinois, I'm happy to report that they just made a field goal, putting them up 17-19 with 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter, keeping our football playoff dreams alive and our undefeated season going into the season closer against Ohio State, as both free throws will drop for Jay Bright. With 5:50 left in the fourth period, your Bulldogs up by 9. Tierman with the ball at half court. I can already hear Mr. Brightside playing in my head in that stadium. Here's Burnett with the ball. Pass it to Skidmore. Morgan Babb down in the paint with it. Ball's poked out by Alexis Gibson. Great play on defense as they converge. Nice little pinch on defense. Here's Jay Bright. Passes it out to Gibson. Gibson will pass it out to the corner. Three-point shot is up, in and out, as a foul is called on the floor. That's Bailey Gibson. A little bit of a hard foul, but glad to see that everybody's doing okay. Here's a little update on Amari Bradford, who was injured in the third quarter and has not played since then. She is sitting on the bench with her teammates, towel on her head. Looks to be doing good, talking with her teammates, being a leader of this team, but ultimately her day is done. As Burnett will pass it up to Clement. Clement will pass it out to Tierman. Tierman with the mid-range, does not get it. Ball's tipped up. Burnett with the rebound. Burnett will not get the shot to fall, but she will be able to earn a trip to the free throw line to make up for the lost shot. Burnett with the free throw is good, giving the Bulldogs a 10-point lead. As the second free throw is not good. Burnett with the jump ball. Ooh, things getting a little chippy under the basket. Tierman going and pulling out her freshman. No need for some extracurricular activity out of some players. Good to see that the energy's keeping up, though, as Morgan Babb will sub out. In came Warner for her. I don't know if they called a foul on her or not. They didn't say. As Tierman will take the mid-range J. Does not fall. Will bounce off the rim and the backboard. Rebound goes to the Quakers. Trenshaw will pass it to Bright. Bright will go for a pass, but it's tipped. I did not see who got the deflection. Here's a little more chaos in college football. Indiana, Michigan State in overtime, 31 apiece. Wisconsin, Nebraska. Wisconsin winning that one 15-14. As Gibson will drive. Will not get the bucket, but a foul is called on Clement. Some aggravated yelling from some fans and parents here as they thought a foul would be called on Gibson. As Gibson's first free throw will fall, making this a 9-point game. As the other free throw will drop for Gibson, making it an 8-point lead. Here's Warner with the ball. Great defense by Gibson. Outlet pass to Warner. The shot will not go down. Rebound. Warner cannot get it. We'll have a jump ball called. Possession will be given to the Quakers, although the score table seems to have it going the other way. Excuse me, they flipped it already. That's my error. I did not see that. Oh, costly travel done by Kinsey Brooks. Wernette was in coverage. Wernette was playing defense. I had the privilege to commentate college football here for Adrian last weekend against their victory against Olivet, and I think the football might be rubbing off on me still a little bit, but foul was called on the floor as we're getting a substitution here. Gibson will sub out. In comes Eveline. We have another substitution. Out goes Neely Trenshaw, and in came Van Schaik. Rebound goes to the Quakers. Great move. Great move by what looks to be Gibson. Excuse me, that's Jay Bright. Great move by Jay Bright to get herself wide open under the basket, but I think she might have just shocked herself that she was so wide open that the shot just couldn't find her way through the net. Keeping the score here, an 8-point margin in favor of the Bulldogs. As we're getting a substitution here. That's Willow Runyon coming in. Out goes Kinsey Brooks. Here's Tierman. Jay Bright in coverage. Jordan Phillips with it. Jordan Phillips back at the top of the three-point line. The Bulldogs don't need to rush possessions here now, having an 8-point lead and a little over 3.5 to play. They just need to. We had another jump ball called. That's Skidmore, covered by Jay Bright. But as I was saying earlier, the Bulldogs don't need to rush with their possessions. Being up 8 points with 3.5 left to play as the inbound is in just in time. Shot by Warner does not fall. Ball will go to the Quakers with 3:24 left. If you're the Bulldogs, Do not rush your possessions. Do not turn the ball over, and score as much as you can. If you are the Quakers, you do the complete opposite of what I just said. You force turnovers, you don't let them score, and you score more points. Pretty self-explanatory basketball here. They also need to limit their own turnovers, as they just had happen to them, as the Quakers will give the ball back to the Bulldogs. Tierman slowing down our offense, trying to control the momentum of this game. Tierman calling for some ISO up top, screen to the right. Back out to Clement. Clement will drive, will get the layup up, and it's good, giving the Bulldogs a 10-point lead with just a little over 2.5 left to play. Bright with the great handles, passes out to Van Schaik. Van Schaik will drive on Warner. She will lose control. Ball will go out of bounds. Ball will go back to the Bulldogs. 2:33 left to play. 10-point lead for the Bulldogs. As we're going to get a quick substitution. Excuse me, we're going to get a quick timeout by the Quakers. So the lead being 65-55 for the Bulldogs with 2:33 left to go in the fourth period. I'm your host, Kyle Plusha. We will be back momentarily here for the conclusion of this fourth period. Don't go anywhere.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Welcome back, everybody, here, getting ready for the conclusion of this fourth period here. Your Bulldogs leading 65-55 with 2:33 left. Something to note here is some players in foul trouble. Gibson for Earlham has 5, Trenshaw with 4, Runyon and Bright both with 3, Bradford with 2, and Van Schaik with 2 as well. Your Bulldogs, Tierman and Eichers both have 4. Clement has 3. Warnett has 2. And here we go for the last 2 minutes of the game. That's number 12, Darby Linderth with the ball. She'll give it back to the guards. Tierman looking to set it up. 10 left on the shot clock. Bulldogs doing a great job at not rushing this possession and just using up time. Finds Tierman in the corner. 3-pointers up. Just a little short. Foul is called under the basket. That'll go on Skidmore. That is Skidmore's second of the night. Even though the Bulldogs didn't come out of that possession with points, they did ultimately what they needed to do and just chew up the play clock. As the Quakers are now in the bonus. Something to also note is Earlham is out of timeouts. And the Bulldogs in the complete opposite, and they have 5. As the first free throw for Lyon does not fall. Lyon's second free throw will fall. Those are her first points of the night. She's had a little bit of a quiet night. Here's Clement. Gives it up to Tierman. Warner has the ball. Will pass it to Linnerth. Ball is stolen from the Bulldogs. Costly turnover here. Bulldogs need to avoid fouling, but also not give up points. As Bright will take a shot. Too long. Tierman with the rebound. Another steal by the Quakers. That's Jay Bright. Defense trailing. Clement could not get the block. Good job at not following as well. As this margin of victory getting a little bit closer for Quakers. As a foul is called on the floor. That will go on Trenshaw. as there are some substitutions going on here. Clement goes out. In came Cervantes. Tierman with the ball. 10 seconds left of the play clock. Bulldogs need to look to at least get up a shot. Skidmore will drive, will get the shooting foul. Basket does not count, but she will find her way to the free throw line. These are two crucial free throws for the Bulldogs. As we're getting another substitution, that is Peyton Russell, the 5'11 freshman from Battle Creek. As a first free throw for Skidmore does not fall. Skidmore needing to make her second free throw to keep this a somewhat distant lead. As the second falls, making this a 8-point lead for the Bulldogs with 45 seconds left to play. Earlham's going to have to look to make some quick buckets. As a nice spin, good finish by Willow Runyon down in the paint. Gives it a 6-point deficit for the Quakers with 30 seconds left. Dribble is picked up by Linnerth. As there's an over and back called. A costly turnover for the Bulldogs. I don't think Cervantes knew where she was on the court. The door is not closed yet for the Quakers. 24.3 left here in the fourth. 66-60. Bulldogs have been on a scoring deficit the last couple of minutes. Inbounding the ball is Runyon. Runyon will pass it to Van Schaik. Van Schaik will give it back to Runyon. With 20 seconds left, Quakers need to get up a quick shot. They are wasting time as the shot goes up too long. Air balls. Player down on the court. As the Bulldogs will look. Foul is called. Van Schaik with 5 seconds left. That will send Warner to the free throw line. So all in all, a great game played between these two teams. As Warner's first bucket will fall, making this a 7-point lead for the Bulldogs with 5 seconds left. But as I was saying, all in all, a great game played between these two teams. Highly competitive. And just as Warner's second free throw does not fall. Great game played between the two. You have to respect both teams for all the effort as the final shot does not fall for Trenshaw, and that will do it here with your final score being 67-60, a Bulldogs victory, stretching their lead or stretching their win streak to 3 now, stretching their win streak to 3-1 with a 3-game win streak, and the Quakers still searching for that first win, but with the way that they played today, I'll take it. They will be getting a win here very soon. All in all, we'll do a quick stat recap. Your leading scorers for tonight for Earlham being Jay Bright with 14, Alexis Gibson with 11, Willow Runyon with 8, and Amari Bradford with 8. For your Adrian College Bulldogs, Jordan Phillips with 15, Michaela Clement with 13, Kiara Wernette with 11, and Julia Tierman with 9. And all in all, just a great game played by both of these teams. Both teams shooting right under 40%. Earlham shooting just a point under 35%. Your Bulldogs shooting 39% from the field. So all in all, great game played by these two teams. And what a great showing for both. So with that being said, your Bulldogs will get the 67-60 victory here in Adrian College. It has been my pleasure to bring you the play-by-play for this game today here in Adrian College. I am Kyle Plusha. I've been your play-by-play. Joined on my right, I have Forrest on camera. Joined on my left, I have Calvin Keys directing. You two did a great job. Thank you for making this stream fun and easy. And with that being said, I will be signing off here. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. We will be seeing you here soon for more women's basketball action here at Adrian College Television.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew, and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist-affiliated institution that has been changing lives since 1859. The modern liberal arts education offered by our faculty is unrivaled. We can't wait to have you on campus and show you around. Visit adrian.edu to schedule a full campus visit today. We'll see you soon.
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
Thursday. And then against the Bills? Yeah. I don't know about that one. No. It's a long shot. At least Buffalo will have a good feeling of what Detroit's gonna be like. They have to play in Detroit in back-to-back weeks. They might as well just